Hey, it's Dave Knight, formerly of 123 Day Trade. Most likely be Dave Knight Trading in the future. I'm going to try to keep my video to 10 minutes today. My CN timer. Hopefully less than 10 minutes. I want to go over two separate trades today. One I took, and one I'm starting to notice a lot more in the NASDAQ as I pay attention to it. So the trade I want to pay attention to today is what I like to call my own personal favorite, Gann fourth time through. It's usually when you see something forming after a high's been printed or a low's been printed on a charts, and then you're watching it come back down to a support level or a demand level, as Sam Seaton talks about. So the level what we were looking at right now is actually what it's on the charts now. This little 20% here is added in. I don't believe it was on the charts at the time of the trade, but we make a move up, and then we start coming back to it again. So if we get the screen draw tool out, you can see it over here, and then it starts to hit it again, hit it again. And so it hits it several different times. And if we go back and then let's see here, when does it break? Okay, that's when it breaks through. That's when I got a hold of it. So it's usually a accumulation of 4 times. There's usually a starting point, right? At least this is how I view it. I'm looking at the wrong thing right now. There's usually a starting point, right? And then it hits it several different times before it finally breaks through, and you have a target that you're after. So on the trade that I was able to end up here and take, so this is the fourth, right? So it comes back down and through again, and it just kind of hits it several different times, and you have your starting point over there, and eventually it just decides that it's had enough and it breaks through. And so what you want to do as far as the trade setup goes, if you don't catch it on the move up here, is you have your area. If it does break through a little below here, and then you just ride it out. And I exited on this trade right through here as it made its move this way. Now one of the things that's trade one. That was the one that I took, trade number 1. That's where I got my win for the day, 55 ticks, and got above the 52,000 mark again. Now notice I've got 5 different accounts that I'm keeping track of, and I got one I have not used yet. I've got others that have been run out at different levels, as I've been trying to get more patient in my trading now that I'm understanding what I want to accomplish in any given day right now. Where am I going? So what you also notice, and I want to bring over the 10-minute, 5-minute chart that I use, is one of the things I started noticing, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to take advantage of it. In an up day, usually see the market move up to it, come back to a point. You can see this is where your supply and demand's at, right? From the previous move, and then it decides to make a move above and beyond. So in wave theory, that's kind of you can look at this as the start of it. Boom, boom, boom. It comes up here. It makes its descending move not below this area, which is good in a wave, and then it makes its move up. So where I was getting out of my trade right here, a bottom forms, looking back again, right? So we were looking at this area. Actually, we're looking at this area right here when it broke through and went down. So we were looking at this area right here. This is the high that we're looking at. This is the area that we're watching. And there's your breakout coming down. And then you see a nice move going the other direction. This seems to happen an awful lot in the NQ. as I pay attention to it. There's a lot more movement and action in the NQ over the CL market that I used to trade. Now I still look at the CL. I'm paying attention to it, but look at this nice move that I already made my 50 ticks. I'm looking at trying to make 500 bucks and get to the 53,000 mark and then move on to the next day. I'm in trade day number 3 right now after a couple failures again. But look at this nice move that comes in here. Even if you didn't catch it this time, here's another move right here that you see that the down is kind of over. 323% on the down. The next down is 18%. Here's a nice ODD trade, I think they call it, and you can see it just escalates up to roughly this point. There was a mark on my charts I will show you. I had it 155. You actually can see the horizontal line that I drew on. Let's just blow up the 5-minute chart, and let's go backwards to where I was looking at. I actually put this is on the charts ahead of time, and I want to go back to what I was looking at. So this was the levels that I was looking at, that I put on where we were trading, and at the 2 o'clock mark was roughly here, and I was looking at where could we fall back to. So I had this on here, 13,110. I had this on here, 13,134, and I had 13, and you can look back here. Let's go back. You can see there was a bunch of demand and supply up here too. So I had put this horizontal lines in this area. Notice that where we could run back to. And so where we started getting trade, when I started trading, was after the 2 o'clock mark. So it was basically right in here. So I went back. So what I did is I went back in my charts, and where were we previously, and where could we go? And this is where I thought we could run to during our trading session. So here's where we were at the time of trade, I believe. No, excuse me, it's this time. This is where I was at on our trade right here. When I was trading it, it broke down here and then went up here, and then this was after the fact. Here's your 4 o'clock move. But the trade that we caught, that I caught, was it's basically this move coming through here. And then you see this move, and then this escalation right there. And that's, like I talked about, that seems to happen a lot. There was the area that we couldn't get through previously, that we had that it sold off on. So if you had caught it up here, which I was trading a couple times at that level, it just would come back and take you out. So I finally was able to catch this move, breaking through there and making that move down. But the better trade, hopefully in the future, if I keep on trading, that I'm starting to see on the charts happen an awful lot, is this move, the continuation of a wave pattern. You can see it actually continues again at the 4 o'clock mark too. So there's some nice trends is what I'm getting at. If you qualify it as an up day or a down day, today you would qualify it as an up day into close. It was a down day earlier, and then it ended up turning around to be an up day in the afternoon. I believe that is my time. I'm at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm trying to keep myself to my 10-minute promises, and I never can promise that I'll be done within a certain period of time. But if you look at that move right here, excuse me, it wasn't that one. It was this move right here, 250 to the 3 o'clock mark. Here is that move on the charts that I've been learning on, the Apex investing charts. Nice little up move right there, and if you had caught it right in that area, and run it. Maybe you'd have got knocked out right here, here, or here. It still would have been a nice move. If you caught it all with a trailer, that's not really into my wheelhouse yet, but there was a really nice move up from when I was getting out back here to when it made a move from 250 to 305 roughly, or 3 o'clock. Looks like the 3 o'clock move, it kind of petered out. And then there ends up being the down move after that. So there's some good trends in NQ. So I'll keep on working and diligently trying to learn this market. I've told myself I'll give myself 3 months to learn it. Hopefully within that 3 months I can also get paid too, by taking one of these accounts to the PA and then take that up to about 55, 56,000 and then take my first withdrawal. That's my goal right now. It's definitely doable in the NQ. I just got to be a lot more patient with myself and my trading. Stop when I'm up like I did today. Don't overtrade, don't over leverage, and allow some of the good trade setups that I'm accustomed to in the crude oil market be in the fruition of the NQ market. Turn it around and take some of these nice trending moves that can happen either direction. Alright, Dave Knight here at Dave Knight Trading. I look forward to seeing your next video put together. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.